Last time, we went back to Razatan and met with a particular cat who was quite surprised to see us again, and we were surprised to see her, considering last we saw of her was falling into a portal into another dimension alongside Gilgamesh and Hildebrand. She led us to Hildebrand's unconscious body, and we quickly noted that that dude's soul is no somewhere else. It is blatantly somewhere else, because this looks exactly what happened with the Scions back at Shadowbringers. So we went, okay, let's check the first. So we went to the first, met with a couple of old friends who were keeping the place safe, and they were like, "Sup? We've heard these crazy rumors about this wild man who keeps gesticulating at people." And I went, "Yep, that's him." Inquired with others, and then they all pointed us in the direction of the woods in the Lakelands. So we went to a place and couldn't find him, so we did what the obvious solution is. We did the Manderville Mumble. Much to our current friends' shock. But they quickly joined in. And it was more than enough to bring out Inspector Hildebrand. Unfortunately, he currently thought he was... a Sin Eater. So he had painted himself white and was wearing a couple of wings and was like, "Yep, I'm evil." So we used one of Nashu's bombs to snap him out of it. And all he could comment on is, "Why is everything purple?" I was like, "It's fine. You're on a different dimension. I'm going to take you home now." So we do, after getting lectured about wasting the use of Graha's soul device thingy, that's the name I'm forgetting at the moment. But we get back to Razatan, only to find his body is basically kidnapped by the alchemist, who also had fallen onto the portal with him, but was totally reformed according to Nashu. Turned out he hadn't actually reformed. He was going to sell Hildebrand's body off to be used for science. That's fine. We get it back by throwing bombs. We put Hildebrand back in, and then we witness an alien abduction of Hildebrand. This Hildebrand is indeed abducted by aliens and taken to the moon. So we work with a tabloid conspiracy writer to go to the moon. And on the moon, we run into Godbrand. After we find Hildebrand. No. After we find a whole field of Hildebrands. Because it turns out he had accidentally cloned himself. Well, made a bunch of copies. We lost most of the copies, but one got away. Which is the one that Godbrand first met. And couldn't actually hit. Because he wasn't actually Hildebrand. So, they have their family reunion. We get rid of the other clone. And we decide to help this alien find his friend. We return to Earth, look about, head to Garlemald, not Earth, the Terrace. Look about there, find out that there was a UFO that was actually shot. I feel like I must have... Oh, right. Hildy also got cloned again, but this time by a low polygon version. Who we have named Brandyhild. That's very important. Unfortunately, Nashu gets kidnapped. But the Mandervilles are like, no, you sit this one out. We got this. And then we play as Godber fighting one of the mini bosses from the Tower of Babel. It's hilarious. And that's where we left off, was actually returning with Nashu back to Razatan. Don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything, Ori? Oh, Brantilde is actually competent. There we go. You can't do that from here. Oh, that's weird. Very tall. How are you doing, Ori? Bam ba-dum, bam ba-da, da-da-da-da-dum. Relina, eager to resume our investigations? I know I am. Do you recall the scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Brandyhild has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and he has concluded that the vessel will be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. Our most likely scenario then is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with Poo-Poo's acquaintance. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singularly shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, it's over at Kama's first. The Spectre and the others are staying in a dwelling there. I do not explain myself twice. Alright, making sure Amadale knows his place. Gotcha. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom. 'Tis horrible misfortune. I missed that entirely. He's so bluish green, or so I mean. Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Garlemald. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Nash's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as an inspector himself can attest. Good gods, Nashu! You'll blow our host domicile to pieces! Put them away! Ahem. If I may, when I was cloned from the Inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the Starship archives. This information included encyclopedic knowledge of Master Poopa's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. A Xenomad hybrid mind? That explains the impossible calculations. have it. Master Poo-Poo is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. God's grant me strength. As a visitor to Theris, Master Poo-Poo has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! 'Tis just as I surmised. We must put aside the case we have and use our stricken companion back to health. But even this a common cold. Isn't it that our medicines do more harm than good? They almost certainly would. Based on the result of my analysis, however, I can believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. The ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. Oops. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the kachapa, which wanders south while smoking. Ah, the slaughtering of monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for Relina. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as damshroom, which I'm hoping can be found among the great work extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well. Now Shu, Delian and I will scour the alchemist shelves. Meanwhile, whilst you remain here to keep an eye on our alien agent. Inspector Bildervan! Bilderhand? You're such an expert in all things that near. Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions for some observations, nothing more. As I said, I'm hoping the alchemists have the damshroom we need. It really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise lover, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Then let us not prolong Master Poo-Poo's suffering a moment longer. It seems we have a job to do. Further discussion from a abduction will have to wait. Lynn has such great faces when it comes to seeing people react to Hildebrand. It's like, yeah, this is my favorite part of hanging out with him. Now these presents of the vortex are not plane, whose influence stupefies all around. And every Final Fantasy has something like Hildy in it. FF7 Rebirth, the remakes, has anything involving Johnny. Melee, nothing's coming to mind immediately for 16, but I'm sure there is one. But it doesn't have like that. Yeah. That's also where Greg's from, isn't it? The Gilgamesh. Nine has I forget their name. The liquid tongue that eats everything in the party. Ah, Relina. I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. The alchemist said the fungus has new applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspector senses to work. Stand aside whilst I tune myself with the essence of the dank. Damp. The word is damp, shrooms. And you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. 'Tis close, my friends. I'm getting closer. And closer even as we speak. I hear you folks are in the markets for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell, if you're interested. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then. If you'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalize a transaction upon the perfumed rose. Was it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildebrand's preternatural perception is one of the least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up to his untimely offer. There's lots of it, and this would made it somewhat disliked back in the day. And more balanced approach against 7s, 8s. Yeah. But I would say people felt that, like, people need to remember, even in the original 7, the Golden Saucer existed. You spend a good chunk of the game in a theme park. One of the first things you do after Aerith dies is go snowboarding. Oh, spoilers for FF7. Just... Ah, there you are. Good, good. And here's the adaptions, as I promised. Oh, ho! Glad are we of your assistance. Ta-ta-ta, not so fast. It's still the matter of payment. Of course, of course. How much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I can let it go for less than 1 million gil. What? 1 million gil? For one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery! A bargain, I counter. You pay tenfold my price in the markets. I thought of you to be a kindness in light of your urgent need. But I am more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to split all my generosity. That's true. How fair are we for coin? We're Plum Mountains back there. Ah, and this is a prickly prickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice? that middle one. They know us so well. A million gil, was it? Relina! Our savior in every sense of the word. Give that man nothing. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. As a town city guard at your service, we received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shrimp is a rare find in a bazaar, to be sure, but one only because there's no real demand for it. This price this charlatan quoted you was quite frankly ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you're welcome to eat the fungus. Assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. Those are very magnanimous of you. Bah! You think I enjoy tricking fools for all their coin? That bastard declared my job redundant. I won't even have to stoop so low. He blames himself as a rising star among the merchants' houses as far as rules. Van Hoodie, I believe his name was, pushes the trading consortium from the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. Put a lot of people out of work. Van Hoodie. I know that name. Something about his acquisition deal gone sour. Father was willing to sell him a slice of the Harish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in entirety. Truly, there is no telling how deep the coffers of Van Hoodie are. Nor do any know the secrets of how he eventually is such a keen, so damn fast. The rarest was though, they solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems: the transmutation of base metal into gold. Unlikely to say the least. But whatever the source of Van Hoodie's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's brought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship, among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh? Core! The swindling case I barely started before you solved it, Inspector. Ha! Ha 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 ha! All the day's work, my dear Nashi. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let's hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Brandy Hill, shall we? I have long mollified his lordship with keen secrets of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Wee! It's also hilarious because that would have only been 1/50th of my actual amount of kill. No, just under a second, 147. I need to think of what we're doing after we're done with Hildebrand. There's only 3 quests left of it. Though one of them is a trial, so that will take a while to actually happen. Oh yes, I did skip one of the closer E3. Totally on purpose. Totally. Let's back to Hildebrand tells me you've delivered to go along with the snapshot. 1 liver. A fine specimen. Thank you. I'll be mixing the ingredients in the starship, so let us convey Master Boo-Boo's outside. Or we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready. This should be sufficient remote. Have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. Master Poo-Poo has recovered his strength in mere moments. To see his powers of recuperation are about just as advanced as technology. I come from another world, a stranger you have no cause to trust, and you treated me so kindly. The people of the star are ever so very welcoming. Ha! You are our dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. 'Tis our pleasure to help. And it will be my pleasure to harm. I'll not fall for the same trick twice. Feel it, worms! Taste my full power! You took the full force out of the destructive beam, yet there you stand. Somehow singed, but apparently unharmed. I'm pondered and puzzled over this execrable fortitude of yours, and feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? A fine jest, but I assure you, I'm without a doubt an old Dan-born Mandeville of terrestrial Hurrian stock. He's Elderbrand, agent of Aquarianist, Spectre Extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where do you even begin? But never mind. We have more pressing matters. Such as okay, Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. It's time to reopen the case of the South correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as to who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. The Charlians! I am all but certainly very allied with this insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in Old Charlian. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose the nefarious conspiracy. Well, Master Dillion's theory does lack supporting facts. We have no other promising leads to pursue at the present. Moreover, I understand the Charlians set the standards for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap their experts may have been tinkering tracking terrestrial movements. I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Nay, my friend, I too sense our points to the Isle of the Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Charlian immediately. Charlian awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not that say like many days sail to the north? Is there no swifter means for reaching our destination? So this experimental etherite will allow us to chill for the tetherility of an absent attunement? Splendid! Then we shall avail ourselves of this technology marvel forthwith. And yes, related with the slam dunk. Hey, are they already over there? They are already over there. The alien wasn't too attached to his dinner. Oh, God, save me. Does appear as your ether sickness, Master Poo-Poo. Oh, you've traveled the cosmos as much as I have. Teleportation is not the least bit disconcerting. So this is the City of Lord. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. How are you all not sick to your stomachs? Experimental ether makes travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. This is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here, in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Charlian secret agent travels the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service of a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. We're to find answers, and that's where we need to look. I say, this labyrinthos sounds promising. I say we head down there and make inquiries as to the whereabouts of our missing alien friend. Actually, Hildebrand, before we go there, there's someone I'd like you to meet. He's a member of the Form and a couple of my friends' dad. We simply take the lift to the octopus, yes? Well, let's be on our way. No, Hildy! I need you to talk to Fortuno! I feel I can't be blamed for assuming they're rigging in sports stuff. With all the, like, the kicking animations and the slam dunk animation we just had. They're definitely working on something that's ball related. Ah, these must be the liftoff. What's the question? Do you wish to send to the labyrinthus, madam? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them in entrance. If it is assurances you need, then surely a glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. I certainly make some judgments. This is neither here nor there. The mission to that labyrinth is subject to foreign policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in the underground base of yours. Admit it! Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. I can draw our paths cross in the most serpenticulous fashion. Father, what business brings you to Charlian? I'm in search of a certain object, one crucial to the contained refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations led me to believe it is to be found here in Labyrinthos. And as you seem to have business down below, this is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Ah, Mr. Goldberg Manderville. The rumors have word of your impeding arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status of fortune and entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permission arranged. I know not if you know your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archeon. You get him! Throw him in whatever the Charlians have for prison. We're stalking. I wonder what Charlian prison looks like. Probably surrounded by lasers. Or defense structures that shoot lasers. For what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on the Theris. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. A shiny silver saucer. Hopefully, but we have no record of any such object in archives, either whole or in part. Or so you would have us believe. But the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you conduct secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thaumazian. It was neither for military purposes nor for extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of truth, are we? Fine! I'll take up the facts myself, and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. Well, can I assist you with the mission as a craft? I do recall seeing an individual-like appearance in your companion here. You do? And where was this? Pray tell. Merrill Ergonomics in the media site. Lift out the bag. Back on Willie, I shall get you there. Many thanks, my good man. Well. It seems you found yourself a solid lead. I have my own research to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the agent of inquiry and friends is in order. To Merrill Ergonomics we go. Your companion would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the man dragons of hereabouts. But maybe say, if as you say, there's something else you're after, I'm not sure how much help I can be. I don't think I can be much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck catching your other hands. How about you tending the most magnificent grapes in all creation? Ah, you must be talking about one of those new mandragora strains we whipped up in a batch of bright blue tree onions. I'm afraid it started to rot almost immediately. Not a mandragora, you say? Well, the only other bluish thing I could think of around here were the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. Yes, the little blue man. It's on my own two eyelids, I did. I was no mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outsider visitor passed through a little while back. Only two unusual they are. Only this friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what the purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Wonderful. These corroborates the information but moments ago skillfully squired out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question. In fact, I will bring him to talk to us shortly. Let us round up the others. We should all be present to hear reservations as a professional collector has to say. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, your blossom is practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend was really here then? We certainly were. If you're a moment or three, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin with, I was a Thavner on a procurement mission. And I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire upon it after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share the story. He had, it seemed, quite a recklessly burden since the large foreign lands of Garlemald. He saw its wares, reasoning that where there was conflict there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture, and so the apothecary began his long trek home, only shortly thereafter to discover a strange silvery ship and a shaken pilot crash landed in a snowfield. It cannot be a coincidence. The story continues. After extracting the vessel and his occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Vazatan. He guessed wished to make repairs to the craft. Even amongst the ones in the bazaar, he struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I was asked to bring the records himself to Labyrinthos, and if they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Also, he tells me engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by his exotic ship, finding technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fella eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecaries and crannies were waiting here at Mariol. And then what happened? Well, there was such a visitor had what they needed. They repaired the vessel in a twinkling, repaired and departed almost immediately. I've seen neither hide nor hear them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer services, but being typical Charlians, I originally would happily forfeit the coin for a chance to pour over every square ilm of that ship. And I'm no scientist. I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. And that local man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. And so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thumnarian truth, you see. I love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There is to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Can it be? I'm a readership in Charlian? Perhaps I misjudged these people. 'Twould seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a heinous alchemist of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I'm grateful indeed that we have made this journey. I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let's return to Razatan and continue the search. Oh, that is such a story. Oh. Fine, I have the gill. Just bizarre. It's a relief to see Mr. Nasher is hale and whole and still fetching. I was able to sneak into Labyrinthos, but I couldn't watch her room like usual. But I'm here for now and forever. Ugh. To summarize all findings, we now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is here under the company of a heinous gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle. Oh ho! That does sound promising. Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of hereditary Mandarin relic, within each suffers the secrets of weapon augmentation. Yet though I have turned through our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reasons for his answer became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forebears. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it to Charlie's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charlians never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in the dusty corner of the Archeon, still awaiting processing. And here it is. I doubt every bit as perplexed as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How we are to liberate this hidden wisdom? Oh, I can help with that. These devices were made by the Mandavillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded. Starfaring? Mandavillians? Yes, a highly evolved species with mastery of advanced technologies. Our people shared ideas on inventions, so I'm quite familiar with their family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device approach it to wherever it is restored upon it. A darkened room would afford us a clearer view, however. Then let us retire to our rooms and come and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. Look at the chat. Did Twitch chat break? Mandavillians. A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper coincidence? Connection. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. Young Godbrand, wonder of stars and weaponless smith extraordinaire. His first lord of House Manderville. This is the Godbrand, our founding father. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. This tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs are mine. I am not a man born of the star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandavillians race, a race which hails while far outside of the great expanse. Mandavillians are a parasitic symbiotes. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Once our essence has taken root, We supplant the host's mind and strengths in this physical structure, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience. I knew it! There was something but the impossible impervinence. Then, through the conjoining of compatible bodies, we produce offspring which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant then eventually takes to the stars in search for potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying so that the R race proliferate and spread throughout the cosmos. Until, tragically, a flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms slowly twisted into horrific nightmares. That sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed as time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, our comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry night. We flew and flew until we found the planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomena. But the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. But even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the fallen star. As a ruler, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide some haven for another. With his blessing, I set after transferring my essence, the man-formed vitals and pillars of his fatal frailty. Yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folks of the star are most fragile, yet as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville arrangements for the benefits of these wonderful people, whom I hold in the highest regards. astonishing development. I, Hildebrand Hilda Maximilian Mandeville, shall heed the passionate appeal of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big nor too small, should it be in service to my fellow man. He learns he's a set for an extraterrestrial being and is still business as usual. Wait a minute. Why is Lady Jillian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? Well, well. This is most unexpected. Never would have crossed my mind or received answers to my help from beyond the heavens. I do wonder if that self-same blood still lies thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago says that... that's unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring the mendable weapon to its peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of our stars. But before I forget, I have a gift for you, Relina. Pray wait for me at the Aetheryte Plaza and I shall bring it to you forthwith. the resident had just trying the floor after it. And yes, it was very much the Ober, wasn't it, Corey? Some truth can shatter the foundations of our belief when brought to light. I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Charlian. Those who use my publication are alien and some allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception without exception. I have misjudged the Charlian people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge and afraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Poo-Poo, though. That one still has ulterior motives. I'd bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colours. I hope you haven't been waiting long. This is the gift I mentioned. Master Pooper's earnest request inspired me to indulge in a small clockwork practice between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for the steam of the simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. And as for a Mandeville weapon project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of the improvements. Should you find some time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Garot, and I shall endeavour to join you with the utmost celerity. Until then, my dear Relina. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Daphne. Lord Vanudi, I have come with ill tidings. Pastor Luque has set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once again defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. That dithering dolt. No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Extraordinarily altered physiology. Then, the first of the clan, an ancestral quality are governmental. Nor can be strained in the tolerance there. See you, Inspector. Why, hello there! Relina, you're just in time to assist with the latest fact-finding expedition. Our recent foray into Charlotte revealed that Poo-Poo's friend was in the company of a heinous alchemist, yes? As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here in Daphne. I contacted my usual sources for local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I had thus switched tactics and decided to track down the alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard the tale of an apothecary bold enough to set up shop on the Guardian battlefield. Oh, what the? The Inspector and the others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the city or the ancient work. I believe their move for investigation will yield to the mad, so I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have the little blue man muddying the waters when we're this so close to grasping our biz master plan. I'm having a terrible time talking tonight. I see the two of your ego tubes ever to observe the Inspector Genius at work. Ah, the long-term fans are often the most honored. As a matter of fact, we're just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist. We know to have trade traveling with Master Cooper's comrade. I mean, I'm merely following my inspector's pick. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Randy Held. 'Tis wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you in any respect, for I am but a cop, and a flawed one at that. Stuff and nonsense! Clone or not, self-deprecation is unbecoming of a Mandeville man. Exactly! These things you can do are amazing! Oh, I don't know about that. 'Twas you who saved Relina from certain doom, was it not? Well, not quite as electorous as mine. Your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. It is kind of you to accept me. No rough edges at all. I only hope my meager contributions serve some small assistance. Aye, too modest by half. I'd say his mental flexibility is far superior to the inspectors. That's enough chin wagging amongst ourselves. I think let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary. Yes, I know the one whom you speak. A friend of fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary, who set off for war-torn Garlemald to sell his medicines. I'll wreck this fool, if you ask me. I have no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it. If so, it's just you had to... It was a quick and tell the tale of yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there gathering shellfish. Do I know any apothecaries in Razatan? Of course! More than I can count. I've no tale of any peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me. What with civil war raging at the Brodo was ending? The situation improved in recent days. Even so, the Radiant host still is yet to provide security to cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible! I know many merchants who travel abroad to play the whales, but none who have business in Garlemald. You have to be mad or desperate to considering setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with the Guardians. It's not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. Ah, Relina, I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. A good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Well, let's gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicious fisherman. The story of my apothecary friend. Oh, you must mean the Bahathras. I was near enough to calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. My Saraf comes from a very poor family, and growing up never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand as successful trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most skill. But the stocks never sold as well as he'd hoped. So when he heard about the internal strife from Galdemod, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war was the best place to sell medicines. More like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on the Galdemod venture, but while one has expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Saraf was quite euphoric when I saw him again. A God's given blessing he had found in the snowfields had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at first. And then I skipped over the next line of dialogue. I can do this now. But then he showed off a flaming mountain of the stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Varhundi, a word which means brings to mind the bounty of the divine. A name I have heard. He's the rightest star in the markets, is he not? The one snapping up commercial ventures left and right? Yes, Vanhilde has certainly made his ambitions known here in Daphnia, especially when he attempted to purchase the new entire port of Yeltamad. The dockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historic landmarks, that bottomless purse can open up surprising doors. As I heard, he converted the gilded area into a private abode, and has been filling it with every rare treasure its gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for the artifacts depicting the goddess Azura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper of hers, even as a child. I've encountered much Mansur Ragalor in Razatan. I recall no mention of this Azura. Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she is not well loved by the common folk. Masalaf is different though. He sees life as constant battle to amass wealth, and is to Azura, whom he prays for victory. And damn me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy became merchant royalty. A man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for a simple fisherman. Even those who are once dear friends. If you'll excuse me, I must really leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know. How about that, eh? All sought after apothecary and the upsouth merchant prince were one and the same. But we assume the blessing of some upon the Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant. Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the heroes who helped us to the folks who are turning into beasts? Oh, some nasty looking creature just showed up outside town. When our guards went to confront it, I don't like our odds against that thing. This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith. I thought you destroyed that monster! I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. But regrettably, he's proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times we must teach you the same lessons, shiny skull man? Listen? What are you on about? Cease this babbling and get out of my way. Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule. Van Hoody, the merchant who tries to buy Yildamad, so he has put you up to this threat. Curses! How did you manage to do sort of dastardly plan? You just blurred it out. Silence! No one who lands on our skis can be suffered to live. Prepare to be squashed, meddlesome worms. Three more sinister skull men? Was that Doctor a quintuplet? Mother? Fixations, Vernon! This will suffer you up. Lucky hit! That's a home run! One last pitch. That was my first! I've come to expect father-sonny appearances. What brings you here, mother? A proposition from the merchant Van Hoody, as a matter of fact. I'm accompanying your dad as a manager for Mandeville and Mandevilles, and we are just on our way to the bloke's mansion. I've already refused Master Van Hundy once before he tried to buy our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. It's quite an attractive offer considering how fine jewellery is our stock in trade. And we thought at least Ivan listen to his proposal. But if he would purposely command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public port. We can't do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not. What are these lackeys she came here in the first place? Is there a hulky weaponized brick manufactory around here somewhere? As I suspected, my ship vaporized beam is configured to expunge only replicate matter. So you can copy inorganic materials as well. How interesting. Once the matter duplication facility has been analyzed and object molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. You cannot create matter from nothing. A critically supplied ether must be on hand to facilitate the process. Core! You sure do know a lot about that, Inspector Van Hild. Even alien here starships! There's no great achievement. As I mentioned, the gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which include the vessel's tools, commands, and functions. Assuming that I understand this correctly, it's possible that Hoodie is using this repair alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold. We share the same suspicion, Mr. DeLeon. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course! Tis the obvious conclusion. That brings the case one might further assume that Van Hiddy is threatening or deceiving Master Poopu's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Our course of action is clear. We must march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of an extraterrestrial hostage. We must confront this malicious merchant at once. Have you heard so sound computation? They may as well come with us. Van Hoody's invitation includes a private airship flight to his new estate. Aye, we might still need to formally reject his deals anyway, and this pilot will be waiting. Shall we be on our way? First, we with Van Hundy's pilot at the top of the rise, just south of Kajai's footsteps. And away we go. Lot good, but there you go, Ian. And entourage. Please, cues are presumptuous. The son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet the illustrious Master of Edmundi. I say, one moment, please. Well, the Nunis should be glad to welcome you all to his home. Please have a word and I shall take you directly. Welcome, honoured guest, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you travelled all the way, and the Sectoda, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. I know what an unexpected boon this is. I've been debating when to extend you a personal invitation, but now you are like a wish come true. Save your act, old magistrates! Mantuji, we know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You'll cease this exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Pupu at once. Unraveled all my schemes, have you? Good. I need to waste my breath on tedious explanations then. This is Master Pupu, I presume? I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting technology, I freely admit to duplicating a quite frankly obscene amount of gold. But that was merely at the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Will not the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you on my side. With the vaunted warrior of light as the template of my clone army, we can conquer this and every other land in creation. So much work can be done, guys. So much work. Literally nothing would be a threat ever again. Ah, pity. Yet I anticipated it. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Lugate's ritual manifestation. As was prepared long in advance of your coming, this tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for that requires a congregation of worshippers, well, I had to clone myself. After all, who is more devout to my cause and to my godness than me? Divine Azure, take up thy blade and wage war upon mine earthly. Whatever. Oh, probably. Nay, Hildebrand. I guess a Primal, we have more of a hindrance than help. We dare not remain within the space and sphere of influence. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. And now, round one. The cue. Oh, wow! I don't believe it! I was find that taking like 15 minutes!
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive. Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge, or will you bleed? Blink. Tremble before the might of the minutiae. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Devil on the bloody field of war. Spirit of battle awakens. Dark is the lesson. The weak shall perish. Hear the gleaming edge. Upon you. Show me your steel. Gleaming edge. Behold the six-fold blade. Battle is ever-changing. Joyful is your downfall. I will scatter your bones. Or will you bleed? You've not time to blink.
That was unequivocally the best run I've ever had against Azura. Normally, I make so many mistakes. Oh my god! I actually felt good at the game there. drop my keyboard. Ah. Thank you, Bubbles. Good show now, Lena. You thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the radiant host of the despicable Van Hundy's wrongdoings. The divine are defeated. Turn the wheel. We flee for now. Who is flying the starship? Without my permission! The treasure is mine, and mine alone! You called your vessel, Master Poo Poo? No, I did not. It's my friendship. At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand. I am so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. But why did you open fire on the airship? Did that man help you after your crash? He did. At first, he pulled me from the wreckage and saw my vessel was repaired. So, in return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired. I taught him the basics of starship technology. But that resolved to a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of the star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of the record's weakened state. He seized my ship, threw me out of the jungle, and then left me to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction. And then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant species life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited for peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It's the only way to guarantee our survival. No, they are not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they are. All smells that tell you the laser in you in the back. We had to strike first before they show their true colors. Ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes anywhere in the vector, soon it will be atomized. And we're all in the vicinity. Think, David, think. If I'm to stop this explosion, I need to drive a considerable distance to the starship. I can see no logical solution. Inspector Brandyhild, you must employ my father's mighty move to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Curzon's secretary techniques are only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. If there's a flaw in your proposal, I lack the strength to perform the throw. I have no time to teach you the starship controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me. Skyward does only a mandible can! GG, Hildy. I lost my grip. GG. Given the trajectory of the velocity, the current shifting postulates should generate enough lift to see motion to. Yes! I can still make it. I am sorry for that yes. Aww. It's too late. The reactor's going critical. There's only one way to save the day. Inspector Brandyhild! Our brief time together was more than any detective could ask for. Be well, my friends. Is this a case closed in Inspector Brandyhild? Nay, my loyal assistant. As a chap of the old gentleman, our dear Brandyhild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again. Mark my words. You've rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with the high-intensity plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own. If only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness. But alas. There is naught to forgive. With this blocky construction, Inspector Brandyhild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Masafufu, you are a friend of ours. And what a A few minor pleasant moments among friends, eh? Our home planet. It was lost to the phenomenon you call the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos for the time. Our explorations, which had hitherto served no purpose but curiosity, shifted our search for a safe haven. We visited countless stars, all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find, whether it was populated or not. If the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully among them, if not, that we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So it was that I arrived at your first miraculous planet, lulled by the apparent absence of metaphorical chaos. I blundered into a mundane war zone, where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest you already know. Having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. Though touched by the despair, the final days are reduced to beasts, given our savage willingness to invade the star. I've seen that, in a sense, we fell prey to the despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there is nowhere else for us to go. But would it be too much to ask for us to live here on your star?
Well, of course you must stay. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel.
Oh, Inspector, not again! Wait for me!
Never a dull moment to remember, Hildebrand.
At least we don't need to worry if the ship crashes. No other pervious Mendavillian on board. Ah, funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the family tree, it was made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago. Are you saying you and your son are not the direct descendants of God-brand alien progenitor in the Mandeville line? Then how do you explain your natural sturdiness? When it comes to building strength and perfecting general integrities, it is not one's lineage which matters, but rather unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline be broken, House Mandeville shall live on through us. If the bargain boy can swallow that explanation, I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could be that you and Hildy had tapped into that cosmic essence. Oh ho ho ho! If that's the case, then you must be possibly swimming in it, my dear. Everything appears to be under control here. So let's return to the city, shall we? We're in an awkward placement. so Raptor said. Convert is dead. Once more do I find myself hurling at superlative speeds towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, agent of Inquire, Inspector Extraordinaire. We are in a very, very awkward placement right now. I don't know what we can do. That won't be left at a very awkward time point. Thanks to an enlightened conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. I have endeavoured to yet you hold your interest. Pray for Mr. Droltigurin. When this assist, and my hammer and I shall make all haste unto the high crucible. And with that, I bid you good day. Thank you, Albiel, for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the lucky lad will be back for more cases before you know it. No. This is the end of Hildebrand at the moment. You've gone above and beyond for us, Relina. So I'd like you to have this one replicate starship we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board, but will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call upon it whenever you wish. That's for the two of us. We decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on our journey of exploration. And so this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you. It seems Poo-Poo is planning an invasion after all. He even tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Relina. Your unfailing support during this entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Charlian and even travel to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And with my own conspiracies starting to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. This world yet harbors its share of the strange and inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildebrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, then mayhap he is the product of a hyper-advanced civilization from the distant past, the descendants of some gruesome biological experiment. Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexpected phenomena, and I am the very man for the job. We're in a very awkward predicament. Bam, 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 bam. The blood never flow in their veins. They are strength when they get their remains. In hope, their clothing bespoke, a gentleman family, the good houseman driven. A true inspector's born from the house. La 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 dee da. La la lee la lee la lee da da. La 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 la. Cha la la lee da. Cha la lee lee da da da. Cha la 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 la. Cha la 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 la. I kind of was, yes. Hildebrand will return. I was expecting the queue to take at least 15 minutes. to half an hour. I actively was. Is a level 90 trial that I queued for at 10 o'clock at night. You play mostly tank and healer, right? That'll be why. Though, even then, it's you're in the earlier levels. The earlier levels you're in, the faster queue tends to be. Like, I guess I could start Mists of the Realm. That will take way more time than we have, and they'll want to leave it in an awkward placement. I can do the role quest, but again, we'll be leaving it probably in a very precarious spot. Man, I really need to work on those. The thing is, even though we got lucky on the queue there, I don't think we're going to be as lucky on this at this hour. What do you think? Should I take the risk and try to do Mists of the Realm tonight? To start with, or should we just call the stream early and pick up next week with something? Either this or one of the role quests. Admittedly, I'm a little shaken after the last cutscene, so... How about you, Bubs? You any preference? Yeah, I think the Thunder last cutscene sort of did this for it. Okay. Sorry for the short stream tonight, guys, but we managed to finish Hildebrand entirely. New Hildebrand hasn't even come out in Dodgeville yet. Don't think it will until September. Maybe even January. So, thank you all for, thank you both for coming out tonight. We'll, resume next week with either starting the role quest or Myths of the Realm. Whichever I feel like at that point in time. But until then, cheery bye. Cheery, cheery. Cheery bye.